Alright, welcome back to another video. It is February 3 today, so it's currently Monday afternoon over here in the dry shed. And today we are going to be cleaning out the heifer barn, or part of it. I have around 2 hours right now that I'm hoping to get started on that. So we're going to get this tractor here switched back over to the bucket. Currently it's running the bale spear in the bucket because this one is waiting on a fan belt. So that's what we got going on here. Generally, we clean out the heifer barn on Wednesdays and Friday, or Tuesday and Friday. But it's kind of been a little bit of mucky weather out right now, where it gets cold and then warm, and that makes the bed pack and the heifer barn a little bit messy. So that's why we're gonna go ahead and do it right now. We're gonna scoop some of it out and then we'll bed down with some new straw. This tractor still has the old style hookups for the bucket. You can get newer style hookups on some John Deere tractors too. I believe it's called aloe hookup. That's pretty universal now. But this is an old fry loader, so we still have those little pins that you put in. Anyway, this is what I'm talking about. Two different styles of hookups. That's an old fry loader hookup. That's the bale spear we just took off. This is the bucket for the 6430. That other tractor that's in the shed, and it's got the aloe hookup. This is a nicer style of hookup, but when this tractor was made, that wasn't invented yet. So that's what we got going on here. But it works well. Alright, so we're over here in the heifer barn. It's going to be this pen here that we're going to be cleaning a little bit of the bed pack out of. And then, if we have time, we'll get to scraping the scrape alley as well. So, we have a lot of pregnant heifers and dry cows right now, which is good. But we don't have enough room for them, so this pack here gets pretty full. Or a little overcrowded. You can overcrowd a pack, but then you gotta look after it more. So yeah, right now this pen here is full of pregnant heifers, and I believe there's 2 dry cows in here as well. This pen here is supposed to be for close-up cows, but there's a couple far-off cows in here as well. And then this is our breeding pen, but there's a lot of pregnant heifers in this pen as well. So kind of a happy problem that we're running out of room for animals. Yeah. During the summer when they go out to pasture, we can fill this pen right up. We'll just keep lots of hay in front of them and they can eat from the pasture. But during the winter, we don't like to see them all try and cram on the pack. So that gets us a little backed up. But we're running out of room kind of everywhere, so we make do with it. The dairy barn over there is full as well. We got 65 milking cows in there right now. Then a bunch of calves. So yeah, the heifer barn's full and the dairy barn's full, but it's a good problem to have. I decided to clean the scrape alley first. After looking at it, looked like it needed it more than the bed pack. So, believe it or not, we cleaned out this scrape alley on Saturday, so 2 days ago, and it already looks like this. Same with the barn, it was bedded 2 days ago. Just that weather we've been having. A lot of animals in here, so it builds up pretty quick. The first load loaded up and the scrape alley clean. Probably another load sitting in that pile, and then we'll start hauling out of the barn itself, out of the bed pack. Easier to make the turn running around the bunk the long way than trying to make it out the gate swinging through this way, if that makes any sense to you. Alright, load number 2. The rest of the stuff is frozen over there. Goes pretty quick hauling actually. We're just running a little ways up the road and across the road. Nice and close. Didn't swing far enough. Just pull ahead and we'll try it again. There. It's a little tight, but it works. And there you go. Swing gates now, and we will look after load number 3. This gate likes to swing down on its own, so if you have a piece of wire here and you put it around here, then it'll hold it up. So I'm pretty sure that's one of Dad's tricks, because I didn't put that there, but that's a pretty neat idea. Anyway, putting all of these far off dry cows over there so that we can get at the pack to clean it. Alright, so I got all the animals swung around. I'm gonna show you something, just a little bit the way our gates are set up. Every time we start cleaning out this bed pack here, this second gate here will always be a little bit buried in the manure. This first gate can move, we swing it all the time. But this other one gets down and buried in the manure, so we have to kind of scoot in through this door here and dig out the manure so we can get at the gate, so we can come in there normally. So It always takes a little bit of time to get that sorted, but we've gotten pretty good at it over the years. It also helps that this tractor here isn't that big. If you had a big loader tractor, it'd be really hard to do it, but this thing's essentially a large skid loader. So, a little slow and tedious to get started, but once you get the first good bucket full out, then it's not a big deal. We're making good progress. That is load number 4. Probably do one more load or half a load. Then we'll park the spreader under the manure elevator, and we'll fill up the next half of the spreader with manure from the tie stall barn. Then we'll let the bed down the heifer barn. Alright, so I'm far enough clean out that pen to the point where I want to be. So I parked the tractor under the elevator. So now we're going to get gates swung back. And then we'll start bedding down the barn. I left a bunch of pack here because if you clean it all out, then you got to put a lot of straw in, versus if I just put 2 bales of straw in here, we'll be perfectly fine. Grabbing bales of straw, run through the straw topper now. got our first 2 bales loaded up in the chopper. So we'll put a bale of straw in each pen, or maybe a little more in that end pen there. Yeah, this tractor's almost got 9,000 hours, and that one almost has 12 and a half now. But they just keep on going. There, I spent just shy of 4 hours in here between cleaning and bedding. 5 loads of manure out of here and 4 bales of straw put back in. I think they want to dry off some cows tonight over in the barn. I think there's going to be 3 or 4 that we dry off, just to make room for some more that are going to calve. But we'll see. Tomorrow night we'd have more help, and right now it's almost 6 o'clock and I still have to feed cows, but I guess we'll see. There we go. This heifer here is a 4/8 calf. Her name's Lila. That calf back there is my 4/8 calf. But there you go. I know. Anyway, I'm gonna put down the phone and keep setting gates because it's hard to do with one hand. Well, there you go. That's how the gate swung back. So we're done in here for now. Still have to feed grain and whatnot, but I'm gonna get to feeding cows and put a round bale of straw in the cart for the dairy barn. So we might have to put another bale of straw in here tomorrow. Still, this is kind of another nice red and white heifer that we got here. Anyway,